Good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the 99 edition of Morning Mindset. I'm your host, Todd. How are you doing this morning, folks? Woo! Yeah, it was a little chilly this morning, but hey, that's what Monday's for, right? It's your first time here or a long time here. This is what I need from you: who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, and what the weather is like in your area. And on top of that, I need your 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? So for us, as we go through that, it was a little chilly. It was like 60-some degrees outside this morning, hence the sweatshirt, taking the kids to school. We got the sparkling kiwi guava Celsius in the cup, so we were rocking that. Just about done, and then we'll switch to water. And our 5 things. We've got DTF, UV, DTF that needs to get done today. We've got order supplies. I've got a couple stores that need set up. I've got design work. And then I've got mentorship calls and mastermind calls today. So good day there. Remember, this show is only as good as the interaction. So I need you to interact with me and give me all of that stuff. We're going to talk about the weekend. We're going to talk about what's coming up this week, because we had a short week this week. Short week being Friday, there's going to be no show because we're going to be on the road. We will be heading to Joplin for the Misfit Makers event. And so we're headed down there. We figured it's about, like, with stops and that, we're probably going to look at like a 9-hour drive, which is well past my 6-hour limit. 6 hours is usually where I'm like, okay, we're done with it. And last time it worked out pretty good because we made 2 stops along the way. So it was broke up, and then we had like an hour break, and then there. This time it'll be a longer, probably like 7 hours before a break. So yeah, we're figuring out lunch along the way. We're doing all that because we'll make one stop. We're going to stop and see Kelly there at Flirty Frog, right? Yeah, I think that's right. We're going to stop and see her in, I think that's Lebanon, Missouri, I believe. So we'll stop there, and then we'll head on to the event because I got a class on Friday night, and I'm not sure on Saturday, but good event for the weekend. So we'll look for that. So that means we got to plan properly for this week. When do we have projects due? What stuff needs to be pushed up and pushed around? Add to that is also Printing United week. So on our full-time print staff, most of them are all headed to Printed United. So with that, same-day service this week is no bueno. So there is no same-day print service this week. We're doing everything to still stay within that, 1 to 2 business days to get out, but I didn't want to stress anybody out by same-day stuff, especially if I already have other stuff to get taken care of as well. It's just easier, no same day for it. So let's check in with people, and we'll talk about the weekend, how it was, and how we're going to plan out this week. Renee, good morning to you from Chicagoland. 60 on the way to 83. Water in the bottle, and coffee brewing soon. I might have to brew some coffee this morning. Starting to get back to coffee drinking weather. Tim, good morning to you. Tim's over there in Toledo, 57 out, going to be mid-80s. I'm thinking I'm about to grab a monster. Not too bad. Jenny, good morning to you. Northern Indiana. It's chilly 60 degrees here. Water in the cup. Juan, good morning. Still pretty excited about seeing a Hollywood star wearing something that was made in our shop. Ooh, tell us more about that, Juan. It was a pretty cool feeling. We need more information. And Tim's over there. Got lots of rush things to do. Not that I should rush jobs, but I guess I'll do what I need to do to get things done. Tim, that's why this week, we've got stores that are closing, so we've got stuff that we need to order for that so we can get it done before we head out this week. We've got stores that are opening, so we've got that. We won't be here on Friday, so we've got that. And that's why when I look at the schedule, I'm like, hey, we're not doing any rush jobs during this time. We're not doing this. If our bandwidth is already full, I'm not going to overload it with more things because I do not want to run into a craziness. We had that happen last week where I did some stuff and the coloring wasn't what we anticipated being. And I said, we're going to have to get samples just to see how it all looks. And it did not. And while we thought we had another week, they were wrong. And we had less than a week. So we made do with what we could, and they were happy with that. And we said we can get the finalized version of them to them, here this week, now that we know what was going on. So it was a fun, crazy week last week, and we're looking at this week. Last week I started up a mastermind group And, part one of it was kind of, finding our focus, finding what we're going to do. So I went through stuff over the weekend and, what we need to do, goals that we have, how do we sit there with it? And our big focus, then I have this call this evening, and I'm about 95% sure that's what it should be, because I say, we run into this issue where nobody knows we do all this other stuff, signs, banners, decals, magnets, wide format printing, one-way vision film, reflective, all this other print media stuff that they don't know we do. A lot of people don't know that we do, temporary tattoos, and that we also do UV DTF besides DTF, that we do glitter transfers, that we do all this other stuff. And I really just need to focus on what are we good at and what do we need to do. So I think that what we have, is an issue of focus, that's what I've talked about last week, and how to get things done. And so what we're going to do is, in order to focus on the DTF side of things, we're going to focus on making, I found a shipping map of here's what it is, and here's everything that's a one-day ship from us. So we know it's a one-day ship from here. That's going to be our area of focus. We don't need to focus clear across the country, because now, as we're getting farther and farther into DTF, other people want things faster and faster. Well, print production, if we can have that in the 1 to 2 business days of things going out, and then it's a one-day ship, you're having everything in hand standard within 3 days. So if we just focus on that, I was going through numbers on that. If we focus on, if we want to do 350 in sales for next year, then basically what that comes down to is I need 100 customers that average a 10-foot gang sheet per week. So that will get us to our number there. So focusing on those 100 customers to get that, they average this, then we'll get there. I could go, 50 customers averaging 20. So I'm going to work on those numbers and tighten that up. But I believe that to be where it needs to be, and we'll see how that all plays out. So, I'll keep you guys up to date on how that mastermind call is. I mean, it was not cheap. So we're taking, full advantage of and taking it as serious as possible to do that. The ancillary products will come in along with that. Oh yeah, we can also do this, and this for you. But if we focus on that, then it should be good to go. So that's kind of where we're sitting at with things. And then we'll talk about how this week's planned out. But I'm going to check back in and see how people doing. Rena, good morning to you. It's already in the 80s and super smoky. Wildfire. Maybe do you get? Oh yeah. Arizona wildfires, right? Is that what it's coming from? No. Which wildfires? There's a fire to the east and west of us. So is that? I guess I didn't realize that there are California ones too. Well, hopefully you're safe and just smoky, right? Coffee in the cup, working on 20 things list. I got a page full. I narrowed it down to 5 that need to get done today. Renee has therapy, press shirts, invoice, rearrange some appointments, finish up some estate details for my dad. Hi, Tim, Jenny, Juan, and Rena. We've got, like today, I had to rearrange some schedules because my mastermind calls at 5 p.m. my time. Well, I just signed up for that last week with the first call on Thursday. And then, the next one, Thursdays and Mondays are the call. Well, today, Hattie's has an appointment at 4:10 to get her ears pierced. And then we also have an appointment we have our weekly batting practice or batting coach at 4:30. So I said, okay, my call's at 5. So what we're going to do is divide and conquer. Corey's going to go handle the ear piercing part of it. I'm going to take Hudson to batting. She's going to come there to batting after ear piercing. And by that time, I can just be prepared for my call and go on it mobile until we get back to where it is. So I got to make sure everything is rock and roll with that. But yeah, that's rearranging the schedule is always fun. Hi, Renee from Rena. William H. Macy from the series Shameless was in town for the game and auditioning for an upcoming movie on the history of beer in Iowa City. Really? That's super interesting. Yeah, Dirk thinks he's thirsty. Dirk is not thirsty. Dirk is not thirsty at all. I don't know what's going on with Dirk. Dirk got fed over the weekend, and so I think I got a sensor going bad with it, so we'll go mess with that. For those that don't know, the beeping that you'll hear every once in a while, that's Dirk. Here's our wide format printer. He says he's thirsty, and he's not thirsty by any means for it. And if you're not naming your machines, you totally need to name machines. That makes it better. Our DTF printer is Clifford, big and red. So Clifford. Hola, Renee from Juan. Oh, closest one is about 14 miles away. That's not far in Fire Talk, right? 14 miles isn't far in Fire Talk. Rena, stay safe, my friend. That's right. We want Rena to stay safe. Okay, so what is it? This week being a short week, so we know that we're not going to be here on Friday. So we're not going to have any pickups, any deliveries, anything going on Friday, which is typically what our Friday is. We lay low on that day as far as production side of things, but we're heavy for, hey, is there rush jobs that come in that need that day? Is there things that need to be delivered? Is there things that need to be picked up? What are the things that we can work on? Is there, because we use that as there. So that means that becomes Thursday. So Thursday, we'll make sure that we're prepped everything for before we leave. So we'll have everything packed up, ready to go there. We'll make sure that all orders are delivered that would typically be delivered on Friday, because we do have some spiritware stuff for football games. So those will have to be taken care of on Thursday. We've got a race that we sponsor every year that is happening this Saturday, so we won't be able to go to that. They typically pick their stuff up on the Friday before the race. So we're doing 50 beer mugs. Yeah, we're doing 50 beer mugs for them. So we got to make sure that order is done and ready to go on Thursday for them to pick up. So we've got that, and then everything just gets moved around. We'll place orders to make sure that stuff gets here tomorrow, Wednesday, so we can use Thursday as a final production day to make sure everything's out. And it's just a lot of just those little details, keeping on the schedule of what needs to be done. Because throughout the week, this week, we've got at night, we've got multiple things going on with sports, between baseball, basketball, band, kids' appointments, Corey's appointments. It's a busy, busy week. So how am I managing it? I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't know. I have it on a schedule. I will cross things out. I will move things around. But it's tough. It's tough running a business and managing a family and everything that comes along with it. And it's tough. It takes its toll on you. It really does. There's amazing days, and then there's the days that I would say I'm going to go work for somebody else because it's just easier. I don't know. I don't think I could go back to that. But we know the reward that comes with it. We know this weekend we're going to have a great time seeing friends, learning new things. We're supplying the UV DTF for the event. So it'll be great to see people creating things with what we have. It's always great to see how other people teach, because that to me is one of the biggest takeaways is to see new techniques on it, to see new ways things are presented, to just get a feel for it. Anytime I go to a live event and I'm able to take training, I definitely do, because I want to just see, even if the information might not be something that we do, I want to be able to have that ability to learn something on how things are presented. So it's there, and it's a good to get away. Corey may have just got back from the Sparkle Expo cruise, which reminds me, she hasn't posted anything about that, so she needs to get on that today. But I haven't done anything for a while. So, it's time to just get away from the weekend, a little weekend getaway to recharge, learn, and then, head back. This past weekend, football started back up. So that threw me off because we still got weekends left of baseball. So I'll be able to watch the Bears game next Sunday because it's a night game. But the following two after that, we've got baseball going on, which it could just be where I just need to not watch the game, because I was able to watch a little before we left. And what I did watch, we were losing. And then I quit watching. And guess what? We win. So there's been a long-standing joke between Renee and myself. We watch football together, and by football together, she watches it at her place, I watch it at my place, and as things happen, we text back and forth, and I typically blame her for watching the game if we lose. If we're losing, and it's not because she's watching, it's because when she's not watching, that's when things happen. So it happened to both of us. She wasn't around, I wasn't around, and maybe we're the bad luck. But it was a good night, a good day of football. Between the games Thursday, Friday, yesterday, and then what we have tonight, football's back. It is definitely fun, but I can't enjoy a Sunday until October for it. So that kind of throws me off. There was like no wings going on yesterday, no fun dips. There's nothing because baseball is right in the middle of that. So we're hoping that it'll get back to normal in October. But between now and then, we've got all the fall stuff that's starting off. I mean, it's fall, right? We can all agree on that. September 9th is fall. September tomorrow will be my sister's birthday. My mom's birthday is coming up. So it is fall, pumpkin spice everything, and we'll start pushing things for holidays, which that's the focus of it. Why going through that focus programming over the weekend, it's like, do I really need to focus on ornaments? Do I really need to focus on the retail side of it? Those things just kind of happen. We can cut that down, and what's there is there. But am I chasing two chickens at once? Is that how that goes? The focus, that's what I'm getting back to. Jeff, good morning to you. I could just copy and paste the rest of each day. I think so too. And Barb, good morning. North Central Minnesota, 55 headed to 80, partly cloudy, water in the bottle, 5 things, quotes, invoicing, sewing alterations, prep for embroidery front, order supplies. Yeah, our temps are supposed to hit the 90s this week. So yeah, we're definitely get back some heat. And Tim says, yeah, go Lions. Hey, that was a good game, right? Was that last night's? Was that last night's game? Yeah, that was last night's game, right? Last night's game. There was a good day of football all around. I will take it. Barb, my son-in-law mowed the pasture and all the trails, so I was chatting with him. Very nice. Not into football, but I like watching hockey and NASCAR. We can let those go. I used to watch NASCAR quite a bit, and it was only because we gambled on it, and it was amazing because you only had 10 people in it. You paid $10 each month. You picked a number 1 through 10, and that was the spot that you had. So if a driver from that spot won, you won the pot. Driver from not that spot won, the pot roll over. And I think one time it was 8 or 10 weeks or something like that, where a driver from the top 10 who pulled did not win. And so it was like $800 pot. It was 8,000. It was pretty nice. But I'll have it on I'll do, so for us, I'll do the beginning of Daytona, maybe watch all of that. Chicago road course, yeah, definitely watching that. But I've fallen out of a lot of my sports watchings besides football, because there's like games all the time, and Sundays is football. We're going to do this. Sundays is the day that for us, that's the day that I'm grilling out the most. So I'm doing more family thing, or the weekend in general, but Sunday try just to chill at the house. So we said it goes. It's definitely turning into hot tub weather, and now I started looking at things. I was like, we should put a TV up out there so that I can watch it. And then I rearranged the space on the grill. And now I got another grill I need to put together. And I want to buy a pizza oven here pretty quick. So yeah, I'm making big moves outside. I'll tell you that. Cindy, good morning to you. I'm drinking lemon lime energy drink with 1 pump of unicorn skinny syrup. Well, now, Cindy, you just have your own, your own concoctions, your own bar that you're making in the house, right? 5 things: mail run, update Etsy, set up Linktree, test a new to me UV resin. Ooh, counterculture. Well, that's where we'll be this weekend. Which resin are you? If it's the UV, talk to Corey, because I believe she has that. And if you have any questions on it, but yeah, that's where we're headed. Counterculture CCDIY. We're headed down there this weekend. For Tumblr, and I'm not even sure what tumblers I'm making, to be honest with you. No clue. Corey just said, here, we're taking this class and this class and this class. I'm not sure how many classes I'm taking, but me and tumblers is always fun. Hi, Tim, Jeff, Renee from Barb, and hi, Jenny from Barb, and hi, Cindy from Barb, and Jeff, I watched NASCAR when my friends work in it. Once they started the chase, I was done. Oh, yeah, there's like a lot of like different. It's been a while, like the whole, like breaking it up into sections, and I'm like, that to me reminds me of old school racing, of like heat racing. Okay, you won this, so you got some points. Oh, you won this, you get. I mean, I don't know. It just, and now with the whole big charters and how that works, and the NASCAR family itself is like, well, we're gonna, they make so much money, and these teams don't make anything. And they're trying to put things together, and they're just bashing them left and right on it, and it just, we'll see how NASCAR turns out. But I think it's at a point now where they need to give up some of that control, because it's going to die out. I mean, they own like what, 17 or 20 of the tracks, so they're making bank on that side of it. On the charter side of it, they're making bank off of it. The TV rights, they're making bank off of it. These teams really need the help to keep things rocking. Well, my opinion, like I say, I do dabble and will pay attention to some stuff on it. So I pushed into that. Rest of this week. So we will have shows tomorrow. We will not have shows on Friday. So there's no morning mindset. Those in the mentorship community, I'm going to set that call up, and I think I can run it from remotely from the road. So we're going to try that. And I can at least get it on, ready to go. There. Wednesday's mentorship call, that's good to go, because that to me it's working on our business. So the Friday one might be a little off, but there is no morning mindset on Friday. So we'll do morning mindset today and Wednesday, and then no morning mindset until next Monday. So overall, I think we got a good week. Stores closing, stores opening. Focus. That's I'm looking forward to what I learned tonight in my mastermind call, because I know focus is my big thing. Focus. Cindy says, I switched out my coffee bar in my studio with a water ball. Water tack is so fun and helped me kick my pricey Starbucks habit. Water tack. See, now I'm just going to go down this rabbit hole of things I don't need to know, but Cindy's going to tell me. Shane says, I'm late to the party. I'm at the dealership getting my car serviced. Well, right. Well, let's see what they tell you is wrong with it, because I don't know anybody that's taken a car to a dealership, but they haven't found something wrong with it. I don't care how new the car is with it. Okay. And I think that's it for the day. I think that's it. So that way I can get in this, because we do have limited stuff going on today. So I want to rock and roll and push everything through that. So with that, you guys have an amazing day. We'll be back here Wednesday, morning mindset. Oh, something else. This is something that as a group we need to talk about and discuss and see how this goes. I think we're going to do a little name changing with stuff. This was in my long form notes as I was looking at stuff, because I was talking to people just about the show and what we do. And I say, hey, we can get anywhere from, 15 viewers. I think our max is 75 that we had, average about 30 to 40. And they said, well, here's the problem. Your main source of people are in the apparel decoration, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's where they're like, what does that name say to them? Nothing. So he's like, it says nothing to them, right? I'm like, yeah. So maybe you need to change the name of the show to make it so that way, as you're sharing it, that people in that niche will understand it and be like, oh, so I got my wheels turning. So that's on my to-do list of just kind of research some names and put some things out there, because there will be a name change happening, because that just totally makes sense. Travis helped us come up with the name when we started this 3 years ago, because it was morning mindset to set everything there. But I do think we need to create some other thing because of just getting it out there for it, because we want to get in front of as many people in the apparel decoration world as we can. They're not necessarily looking for a morning mindset. So that was a good takeaway from it. And we'll continue to explore that and what comes with it. So with that, you guys tell me what you think in the comments. Let me know, name change, yay or nay. And if you have any suggestions, put those down below too, because, without you, there is no show. So that's why I'm asking your opinion. Which make sure to like and subscribe and share and do all of that. And then leave your comments below and let me know what you think of the new show name. So until next time, peace, love, press on. We will see you guys then.